Hi. Well, here we are for the final Cherrybrook property market update for the year. So the November 2021 Cherrybrook property market update. Thank you for all of you that are joining me live via Zoom. For those of you that are familiar with the process, I will obviously go through all the data and statistics. And if you have any questions, just type them in and I'll get to them at the end. If there are no questions, fantastic. So you'll see this nice Christmas backdrop behind me, and I'll get to that at the end of the presentation. I'll explain exactly why aside from the fact it's Christmas, I'll explain it does have a purpose as well. So I'll get straight into it. So for the month of November 2021, there were 13 registered home sales. The median price amongst those registered home sales was sitting at $2,285,000, with the highest sale price recorded for the month of November was 2.7 million, and average days on market was sitting at 19. Now, if we compare this to what was happening in November 2020, there were 15 registered home sales for last year at this point. The median amongst the sales there was sitting at 1,665,000. The highest sale price recorded was 2,250,000, and the average days on market was sitting at 22. So just to summarize on the data and statistics there, the registered home sales are down. There were down by 2 in comparison to October 2021, equally so down by 2 in comparison to November 2020. The median price remains stable, so it's marginally up 3.86% from October 2021. And it is drastically up from this time last year. So November 2020, it's now up at 37.2%. Now, the average days on market is sitting at 19, which has dropped significantly in comparison to last month, which was sitting at 24. Now, as we look at the auction results for November for this year, there were 16 registered auctions. 9 had sold at auction, 2 had sold prior, and 5 had passed in. So the auction clearance rates were sitting at 56% for those that had gone and sold at auction, and sitting at 69%, including those that had sold prior and those that had sold at auction. So there were 3 less auctions scheduled than what there were in October 2021. The actual auction clearance rates marginally up 3%. So they were sitting at 53% in October, 56% this month. However, they were 10% down when you were including the data, which included the data of those that had sold at auction and had sold prior. And that is because 5 homes had passed in comparison to the 4 homes that had passed in on October 2021. And just to clarify, in case you're sitting there thinking, well, hold on, how come there's 16 auction results and there's only 13 registered sales? The reason for that is to keep the data as accurate as possible. For median price, I only measure the home sales. Otherwise, you will start to see distortions. Whereas when I'm measuring the auction results, the data, not calculating medians or anything amongst that, it's just to show every property type has been included. So that's your homes, your townhouse units, whatever it may be. Obviously no apartments because there aren't any in Cherrybrook. So just another general observation. So from when I did track the data yesterday, stock levels have gradually increased. So there's 20 homes currently listed for sale in Cherrybrook. So I had a look at this. This was Thursday, the 2nd of December. Again, this is not including duplexes, townhouses. This is solely homes. There's obviously quite a few of them as well. Now, this is an extra 4 homes up from October 2021. So I've had quite a few have been asking me, should I list now? I guess it all comes down to I'm not going to bore you and go into detail. If this is something of interest, by all means, you're welcome to call me and discuss. But to put simply, looking at those sales volumes, and looking at the fact we're heading into Christmas, keeping in mind that majority of solicitors and conveyancers are going to be on holidays as well, so exchanging a contract is going to be a problem. Likely not the ideal time to list now, considering those stock levels publicly, I might add. But looking at an off-market opportunity could very well be the way to be. So again, it's situation specific. happy to discuss this in further detail because it's it's not as straightforward as it may seem, but for the context of this video, I won't go into too much detail here. Now, as far as the rental market's concerned, the suburb rental yield has marginally dropped at 0.1%. So it was sitting at 2.3% in October 2021. It's now sitting at 2.2% for November. The median is still sitting at 800 per week. So taking from that data, you can see that it hasn't been so much the rental market that has been impacted in the shape of rental markets still moving along quite nicely, and typically does this time of the year. Because people are coming in want to get their kids ready for school enrollments next year. It's more a case of, obviously, as you can see, the increase in property values here that have distorted that figure. And another thing I might add on that is from a sales perspective, typically speaking, and looking at the historical data, December and January are typically the periods in Cherrybrook where more so January is where things are really quiet, and you don't see much in the shape of, sales volumes. Median price sort of lingers and struggles a bit over the course of that period, and typically it's not until mid-January mid-February when things start to pick up. So, and I guess as a buyer sitting there watching this, it's not going to be a case of sitting there and waiting to snag a bargain. There may be one or two, if you're lucky. The power probability is not in your favor. Nothing's impossible, obviously, but you'll find that majority of homeowners are going to sit here and say, well, look, if I don't get the price I want, I'll just wait till it picks up again. There's no real mortgage stress here, so to speak. So just I hope that sums that up. Now, in relation to this backdrop behind me, I mentioned before, for those of you that aren't aware, on Saturday, the 18th of December, between 10 in the morning to 12 o'clock p.m., and I'll put details of this in the video so you can refer to it. It's all there in black and white. We're doing Christmas photos. So we're going to be doing Santa photos with the kids. We thought it's good to give something back. The past couple of years have been particularly hard for families with COVID, and poor kids have missed out on a lot. So this backdrop here, pardon me, unfortunately not seeing the full picture, but as you can see, the lights that are sparkling behind me, we've got a nice backdrop. We've got two trees on either side. The backdrop, you can see the two trees where the lights are flickering off. So you got really nice. We're just ordering, in the process of ordering a 2021 logo to show that, obviously the year for the photos. Don't worry, Lambros Realty and that Merry Christmas aren't going to be there. It's solely going to be that backdrop. And the other thing we're doing is, so with the Santa Claus, he'll be giving away free lolly bags for the kids after the photos are taken. You're more than welcome to take as many as you want, completely free. And after that's done, we're doing this jointly with the Burrow, the cafe next to us. So we're both doing this together. After that's done, you then head on over to the Burrow and they'll give you a free small drink, a free cupcake, and, Zupa Dupas for the kids. So yeah, it should be a nice Christmas event. Now, as I said, that'll be taking place on Saturday, the 18th of December, between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And particularly good for those of you that aren't sure where to go to get Christmas photos done. It's not going to cost you anything. By all means, you're welcome to take as many as you want. That's the backdrop. And if you want to see the backdrop in full and what it looks like in full, I've taken some photos to send that across. So happy to do it. So, or just come into the office and have a look. No bias or anything. Actually, it's come out better than we expected. So yeah, that sums that up. And on a closing note, as I said at the start of the video, this is going to be the last Cherrybrook property market update for 2021, and I look forward to doing it again in 2022. The first one won't commence until February. But until then, I just wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years for 2022. Hope you all stay safe. The other thing on that as well, our office trading hours will be closed between Sunday, the 19th of December, 2021, and will reopen at 9 a.m. on Monday, the 10th of January, 2022. So yeah, thank you all for your support over the course of this year. And I look forward to seeing you again next year if I don't speak to you beforehand. Stay safe. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.